W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Sleep When You're Dead by Jude O'Reilly, narrated by Nick Holbek. 1. London. His heart was going to burst if he had to keep running, his lungs ripping and shredding as he forced too much air into them, each jolt of the pavement shuddering through the rubber soles of his boots and up his spine, breaking into his skull and rattling the bullet inside it. The man in front, swerving through the Londoners and tourists, risked a look behind, and Michael North forced himself to move faster. He had to catch this maniac before he used one of those butcher's knives gaffer-taped to his hands. Screams now, as the evening crowds around the Tower of London began to realize what was going on. Irritation at the rudeness of being shoved to one side, replaced by a stark and primal terror. Or was the knifeman already cutting victims into pieces? Don't let him have killed some innocent, North had time to pray before arterial blood sprayed into the air ahead of him, and the piercing shriek of a young girl cut through the screams, then another and another, until the hurting of strangers was all he could hear. Anger then, and North stopped caring about his own pain, running cold and clean into it, using it as fuel to power himself onwards and onto Tower Bridge. The government agent could take pain, had before and would again. The knifeman ahead of him, he powered across the road, narrowly avoiding a black cab, a London bus, the squeal of brakes, hurdling the crash barrier. He'd barely been aware of the distant sirens and red lights, the metal gate stopping traffic as he shoved his way through the mass of people running the other way. The jostle and push of the stampeding crowd coming in his direction, everyone running, falling onto their hands and knees, stumbling to their feet again, helping each other up, knocking each other down. Their desperation to get away hampering North's own attempts to shoulder a path through. In his peripheral vision, glass and lights and the sense of something bobbing in the water beyond the fortress, a tall-masted boat, if he had to guess. North wasn't wasting time that he didn't have by checking. Everything focused on the whereabouts of the knifeman, the shrieks and screams getting louder as North closed down the distance between himself and his target. The crowd ahead was blocking the knifeman's route. Let the lunatic through, North thought. Don't let anyone else get hurt. He's mine. And his frustration exploded into something dark and violent. The cast-iron gate blocking the pedestrian way over the bridge was closed. Undeterred, the knifeman leapt for it, clung, then scrambled over. He kept running. North followed. With a lurch under his feet, the bascule of the bridge began to lift, and it...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?